Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Kalani. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, baby. Hello and good morning. In yesterday's video, I was sharing with you guys us setting up these green stalks. We set them up, and towards the end, I did a little something special. And I brought my lemongrass that was in the front and a few more other flowers around the properties, kind of some dead, some alive. I just took all the dead ones to the side, stuck all the pretty ones that were living and doing good and looking good in one area, and now I have a beautiful space and I'm continuing to work on it. I mean, I can imagine twinkling lights, all the things. But in this video, I wanted to talk to you about the herbs because your girl is moving fast. But I really want to document this journey, and that is the purpose of my page. So we're talking about what things I'm planting medicinally. So yes, you already know that I have the lemongrass. You already know that I have horehound and lavender and a lot of other things over in the perennial garden. Maybe I'll show you that later. But today, I want to talk about some cool things that I have. I have actually never grown lavender before. And so my best friend of about 12 years now, almost 13 years, gifted me some garlic. And this is hard neck garlic. And I think typically what you get is soft neck. I've never had hard neck variety garlic, and I've never planted any garlic. So my thought process is that I am going to plant garlic for the first time this year. I know I'm late. I know. But His grace is sufficient, and all things grow well with His grace. So I'm gonna plant the garlic. I shared with you on Instagram, if you're following me there, how I went to the farmer's market and they had these little tiny plugs about this big for $2 and $3.50 each, and I was like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, what you say? But I was like, you know what? Just chill, because maybe you can work with it. And I want to share, and I want you to get from my videos is that you can do a lot with a little, and you can work with things that you thought you couldn't work with. So this was the yarrow, and what I did was I divided it, and now I'm going to have 2 yarrow. So we're just praying that they hold on a little bit longer. I'm going to keep loving on them, and I think that they will do what they need to do. And this was also something that I got. It was also a little plug about this size. This was $2. So because yarrow is a perennial, it was $3.50, and this right here, ashwagandha, was $2. So what I ended up doing was buying 3 ashwagandhas. I split one on the spot and shared with my best friend. The same one that gifted me the garlic, so now she has the ashwagandha to take to her garden. And the other 2.5 that were left, I split it and put it into this 6-tray pack. Now, I'm gonna be honest. When I saw this, I was like, yeah, I'm not buying that. Like, their leaves are just so bitten. And I know it's organic practices. I've been buying organic all this time, all these years, and I've never seen anything look like this. But I said, Christy, you're on a budget. You're doing the best you can. Take it, and let's see what grows with His grace. So I got the 3 again. I separated them, so I'm able to get 6 ashwagandhas. And so the reason I'm stressing this and sharing this and spending a little more time on this maybe than anything else is because I want to document what this looks like with all these holes and how it's looking. Look at this little tiny one right here. That's it for that one. Because I want to be able to look back, and I want to see the growth and see how things have changed up a bit. So anyway, this is about $6 worth of ashwagandha. I am adding that over into my garden. Next up, I have some feverfew here. I am trying to decide if I am going to be able to break this up. I don't feel like I can split this feverfew, but I am excited. It's really pretty. Eventually, I would love to create a medicinal wheel where we have the rock paths, where we have colors, so like yellows and whites and all of that. But for right now, done is better than perfect. I've been saying that here. Done is better than perfect. And if I can have the herb so I can tincture it and make a tea with it, then you know what? That's better than having it in such a beautiful space and spending that time and energy that I just don't have in this season to do it, just to be honest. In this season, all I can do is just grow and homeschool my kids and take care of my family. And I'm about to pick up a job outside of the home until I can get the homestead to a place where it can support. So that's all that I can do. And with that being said, I have to move accordingly. So I have some mullein here, and it's so pretty. I mean, it's a little bit of yellowing, but I just love the way that this feels. And mullein is so good for so many, I mean, all these things. They're medicinal. So it's just so amazing to see how the Most High has given us these herbs and things to help us and to protect us. Next up, your girl is learning. I don't even have to look at the label. Is skullcap. And this is what skullcap looks like. Everything's going to get a really good water, and it's going to get some worm casings and all of that. And I can absolutely divide this up here. So I'm going to break this up into at least three skull caps. And so that's really good. I am super excited about that. I have some Gold-T-Cola. Well, let me not say it. No, this is not Gold-T-Cola. This is Yellow Dock. Yes, Yellow Dock. So I have some Yellow Dock here. I have quite a few of these, and so I know that I'm going to be able to break these up into multiple pieces, and that's great, so I can put them into multiple areas. Yellow Dock is amazing for you. Look up the medicinal properties of Yellow Dock. You'll be glad that you did, and if you can secure some, you'll be even the happier. So next up we have Yellow Dock. I have some chamomile here, and this chamomile I think I can break up into about 4 pieces. You know, again, when I break it up, it's obviously going to be very tiny, like it's going to be it's a truck coming by. But I mean, I'll be able to get more, and so for me, I have to think about things from perspective like that as well. So this is chamomile. I'm super excited. I've tried chamomile a few times, a few years. Your girl has not got much. Next up is this perennial St. John's wort. And I think that I can break this up into some pieces as well. So I am excited about this one right here. St. John wort. Also, I have, did I show this one? I have wormwood. Did I say I had wormwood over there? If I said I had wormwood over there, I meant horehound. So I have wormwood here, right here. And this one, I think I can separate. I just try to look at the bottoms and the roots, and it looks like I can looks like I can separate these. So I might be able to get anywhere between 2 to 5. If when I start it looks like I might damage, I'll stop. I don't want to risk not having, but obviously the more I can have, the better. The more I can have, the more I can harvest, the more I can make teas, the more I can bless. So I'm super excited about this one. Next up, I have Gold-T-Cola, and this one looks a little dry, but that's okay. We can just give it some water and watch it come back to life. So this just needs to be watered. But this can be broken up into so many plants. So I am super excited about this one. I do have a few more that I want to share with you. Okay, so from the same lady, I also have this calendula, and I think that they're not, probably doing the best. So she just gave them to me. Just gave both of them to me for the price of one. We'll see if I can bring them back. If I can't, she was such a sweet lady. I enjoyed just the fellowship with her, and I cannot wait to just be in a relationship with her soon. Now, this is from my special teacher, someone whom I really have such a beautiful appreciation of, Kaylee, and this is passion flower from her property. I'll be back to tell you more. Oh, I see an ant. I'll be back to tell you more about this and share more about this with you, because I actually have some drying in my house to make tea with, and I also have some in a tincture formula. So now I have this that can actually just kind of grow. And would you believe, your girl is special. I went to the garden and I saw 2 of these, and I was like, oh, we need to get that weed up. It was passion flower. when I realized, like the next day, I said, I only destroyed one, but when I went to look for the other one, I didn't see the other one. So, you know, we're still learning. There's so many things from golden. There's so many things that I've harvested and I've shared in another video, so I won't go back over those. These are just the ones that I'm planting myself. From starts, I'll come back and I'll share the seeds that I had, the seeds that I'm being gifted, the seeds that I'll plant, and then I'll maybe share, if you're interested, just the ones that are growing on my property, just as is. So here is something else that she gifted me. As well as this. This one's not as happy, so maybe I shouldn't show this one. And she did give me some mint as well, a little piece of mint. And I'm just so grateful when people share. You know, when they share what they have with you, it's such a blessing. It's not that people have to share, but when they do, it's a blessing. So she dug this mint up so that I could have a little bit of that. And so I am grateful for that. So this is what I have by way of medicinal herb things that I'll be transplanting into the green stalks that are behind and beside me until they grow, and then I can plant them out in the main garden. So probably in the spring, I'll take all the medicinal herbs from here and over there. And I think what I'm going to have in my mind is that this is going to be like a babying place, if you will. Because if you think about this, if I take these big yellow docks that I have here and try to put them over into that big garden, it's just going to be too much for them. But it's so much easier to take, well, you can't really see it when I do it that way, but it's so much easier for me just to take one or two, and I can easily baby that right here, and I can separate this into a million little pieces, and it's going to be a lot easier to care for and manage and take care of, especially with it being right here, you know, as soon as I walk out the door. And because it's such a beautiful place, shaking up with all the beautiful pinks and oranges and whites and lemongrass and so forth, I'm going to want to be out here cutting and sitting and just meditating and praying and reading my scriptures, just thinking about how good the Most High is and has been to me and how he keeps on blessing me. And so I'm so thankful for all of you guys and just your love, your prayers, and your support. You want to come say hi? Today is Pumpkin's birthday. So my baby's birthday is today. How old are you turning?
7.
7. What do you have in your hand?
Flower.
A pretty flower. Oh, maybe you could put that in your hair.
Maybe.
I think that would be pretty. Seems right for a princess to have a flower in her head.
Yeah.
And you're most certainly a princess, a beautiful princess. Look how gorgeous you look. So I am excited for you guys to continue joining me on this journey. Thank those of you who have not, you know, left me. I know I haven't been posting much, but I am getting back to it. So like I said, it's gonna be my first time planting garlic, and because garlic takes about 10 months, I decided that somebody moved my pots. I had pots here, but they're gone. I decided that I did not want to tie up my green stock, because 10 months in my green stock, that means I can't plant anything spring. I have the generic stackable planters that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I have those, so my plan is to use those for my garlic, because I don't mind if those are tied up. And my ducks and chickens, I don't mind if they're tied up for the year, and then this will give me an opportunity to use this. So I have 2 5-tier planters, and that gives me 60, and then I have 2 7-tier leaf planters, which gives me another 42. So it means I have about 144 spaces all together in there. And then, like I said, I do have the little stackable ones, and that's what I'll be using for the garlic. So I am sending so much love and many blessings to you. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to see. I do plan on showing you when I make my tinctures, when I make my teas. So if you're interested in something like that and just continuing to follow along the journey, let me know. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and let me know what medicinal herbs you are growing, that you have grown, that you love, that you use. I know I use milky oats a lot of mornings, and I know that I use passion flower and I use lemon balm some nights, and that's been really good for me personally. And of course, I drink my teas. Anything you want to say?
Push the like button and subscribe.
Oh, push the like button. Push the like button and subscribe. Why didn't I think of that? Peace and blessings. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Kalani. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, baby.